Hello everyone. Today the biology department of St. Paul Middle School is going to present lesson on human nervous system. This particular lesson of ours is covering three strands. First is creativity and innovation. So we have created our lesson using various ICT tools such as Adobe Spark, Flipgrid, Google Form and Screencast-O-Matic. Second is collaboration by highlighting the interdisciplinary significance of our topic with respect to sports, employment and real-life situations. And third is diversity. We have tried to cater to all kinds of learning styles as well as the learning disabilities. So we are going to basically cover the topic of neurons. So we are going to understand the basic structure and function of neurons. So before we begin, we need to know that why do we need nervous system? The nervous system is master controlling and communicating system of the body. It also controls and coordinates all the essential functions of the human body. So this gives us a reason to study the human nervous system. We need to know the basic concept of nervous system because it is playing a very vital role while we are coordinating in various spheres of our life. Be it playing a sports or learning a particular technique or even in our profession. We need coordination in all these spheres and nervous system plays a very important role. We all know that the basic structural and functional unit of all living organisms is a cell. The cells that form the nervous system are called neurons. Hence, we can define a neuron as a basic structural and functional unit of the nervous system. Why it is structural? Because the neurons make up all the parts of the nervous system, whether brain, spinal cord or nerves. Why functional? Because neurons control the functional activity of the nervous system. So this diagram represents the structure of a neuron. So this green part is the cell body of the neuron, which contains a central nucleus and the projections known as dendrites. Whereas this purple part is representing the axon. Axon is made up of these red colored cells known as Schwann cells, which are having myelin sheath around them. Myelin sheath is an insulating sheath that does not allow the nerve impulses to travel through it. And the portions where the myelin sheath is not present are known as nodes of Ranvier, and it is through these nodes of Ranvier that the impulse travels. Hence the impulse jumps from one node of Ranvier to another node of Ranvier, thereby increasing the pace of the impulse. The axon terminates into the projections known as axon terminals. This table highlights the important functions of different parts of a neuron. Axon carry nerve impulses away from the cell, whereas dendrites carry the nerve impulses towards the cell. Schwann cells, I have already mentioned, possess the protective myelin sheath. Nucleus, as we all know, control the activity of the cell. Myelin sheath not only provides protection and insulation to the nerve fiber, on the other hand, it also increases the rate of the transmission of the nerve impulse. As far as the node of Ranvier is concerned, node of Ranvier allows nutrient and waste products to enter and leave the neuron, and it is through the node of Ranvier that the nerve impulse passes. Another important component of our nervous system is synapse, which is the point of junction between the adjacent neurons. Hence, it is helping the transmission of impulses between the two neurons. Now, these three diagrams, they are representing different parts of the neuron. The first diagram, it is representing the axon. The green highlighted part is the axon, whereas in the second diagram, the highlighted part is the dendrite. Third diagram clearly shows the location of the myelin sheath, which is present only around the Schwann cells. And you can see that the node of Ranvier does not have the myelin sheath around it. Neurons are basically of three types: sensory, motor and interneurons. Let us study the function of all the three. The motor neuron convey information from central nervous system to muscle and glands. Central nervous system means brain and spinal cord. Whereas sensory neurons, they carry information from sensory receptors to CNS. What are sensory receptors? These are the cells present on the surface of the sense organs. And interneurons are present inside the central nervous system and they process the sensory information. So we can clearly understand these functional activities through this diagram. So you can see that the sensory neuron is carrying the impulse towards the central nervous system as this arrow indicates, whereas motor neuron carries the impulses away from the central nervous system, whereas the association neuron is present within the central nervous system and is participating in processing the information. How do the neurons communicate with each other? So, as mentioned earlier, they are communicating through a synapse, which is a functional communicating junction between two adjacent nerve cells. So, the diagram represents clearly what a synapse looks like. You can see that axons, they are the sending fibers. They are sending the impulse towards the dendrites, and dendrites are receiving the impulse. So this point of junction with a very fine gap in between is known as synapse. And the cells which are sending the impulse are known as the presynaptic cells, and the cells that are receiving the impulse are known as the postsynaptic cells. Now in this entire module, we have studied about the structure of the neuron, the function of the various parts of the neuron, types of the neuron, and what a synapse is. Now there is a time to do few assignments. So you need to go to flipgrid.com and enter this flip code, that is neurons 1, and you will go to your first assignment, that is recording a video on the structure of the neuron. Second is on Adobe Spark. So if you click on this particular link, you will get a brief recap of what we have studied today, followed by the project work which you will have to submit. And the third is the sheet on Google Classroom, which is regarding the structure and the function of the parts of the neuron. So it is a diagram based sheet. So once you have clearly understood all the concepts, kindly submit all the 3 assignments in time. Thank you.